Hello, cruising world. Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday. Monday is Tips Day, and I got some new tips. Some from Stephen and some more from Walter and Yolanda. So I've got 4 from Walter and Yolanda. It looks like 2 from Stephen. I've got some of my own if we need to fill them in. So we're going to do Stephen's 2 this week, and the first one from Walter and Yolanda, and then we'll see how that goes, and then we'll do the other 3 from Walter and Yolanda next week. How's that sound? All right, here we go. As always, I haven't read them yet. We're going to read and react as we go. That's why I'm not sure how long. They don't look like they're too long of a tips, just looking at the paragraphs. So we'll see. Let's go and react, shall we? All right, Stephen. Hi, Mick. Enjoyed meeting and spending time with you and Julie on the Mardi Gras in December. You both are wonderful people. Tell that to the person that commented on my Venezia video that I wasn't very friendly. By the way, what do you think of my beard? I'm growing a beard in. But I ain't got a trimmer. So it's looking a bit straggly right now. I'm doing 100 days of cruising this year. And I was going to just let it grow. See how big it could get. Then I was like, might be a bit too long if I did that. So I might trim it. I ain't decided yet. We'll see. Anyway, you both are wonderful people and can't wait to cruise with you again. That's what you should be saying, not what that lady said to me about being unfriendly on the Venezia, because I'm not unfriendly. Unless your name's Dave. Just kidding, Dave. Got to give him a shout out every time. Number 1. This is for Carnival casino gamblers. Roughly around the beginning of November, Carnival is now printing on new bookings the casino offer at the bottom of your cruise booking confirmation. This can save you hassle having to remember or take screenshots. So yeah, let me read that again because I don't do casino. I actually just posted a picture while I was on this cruise with Stephen. I got 2 casino points and I had 90 cents in my bank. That's what happens when you get your $25. If you're platinum or diamond, you get $25 like free gambling money. That's all I do. 2 points, 90 cents when I finished. Who's a bigger pro than me? So I don't really know gambling rules, but let me read that again. Tip number 1, this is for Carnival casino gamblers. Roughly around the beginning of November, Carnival is now printing on new bookings the casino offer at the bottom of your cruise booking confirmation. This can save you hassle having to remember or take screenshots. Doesn't mean anything to me, so take it for what it's read. Stephen knows his stuff, I can tell you that. So if Stephen says so, good enough for me. I do also believe, and I've heard this before, that what a lot of people have recommended to me to tell casino clients and friends and whatever is go to Ocean Players Club before you cruise, email them all your cruise info, and they will email you back a detailed list of what you are getting for your casino offer. So you can take that on board in case there's any problem in the casino. You can say, this is what I'm getting. This is what you got to give me. You know, I'd love to be able to do a video on the difference between all the different, like Ultra. Let me see if I get it right. Ultra, Premier, Elite, and Echo. I didn't know Echo existed until recently. Did you know there's a 4th tier of Echo? We were on the Legend going to Greenland, not Greenland, and we sat with our friends Ed and Mary for dinner every night, late seating in this particular one, and every night there was a group of people sat at the table next to us and people were just fawning all over them all night, and that's when I discovered they were Echo cruisers, which are the whales, the big gamblers, not the 2 points and 90 cent ones, the big gamblers. So that's when I found out they were Echo. They had whatever they wanted every night. Captain came to meet them, all the crew, everybody. Officers every night sitting at their table, ha 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 ha, you know, making them feel good. Nobody did that for me. My suits, whatever. 2 points, 90 cents doesn't count, apparently. Tip number 2. I'm taking forever, Stephen. I'm sorry. I'm waffling today. For anyone interested in MSC, they will do a... Oh, this isn't Carnival. For anyone interested in MSC, they will do a status match with any cruise line and you're not required to book to get the status match. Here is the link. Just fill the form in and a few days later you'll get an email with your status and your loyalty number. Thanks, Stephen. Now I've got to remember to put the link in. You know, I do these like in advance. Like, for example, today, it's the day before I'm driving to Miami to go on Celebration. So it's January the 12th. And this video is not going to go out for a couple of weeks. And you can't pre-post links in the comments until the video goes out. So now I've got to make a note in my calendar on the day it goes out, add the link. The things I have to do. So if I forgot to put the link on, just shout at me and I'll put the link on. But I got it. It's right there. I'm going to make a note in my calendar to do it. So there you go. All right. And also, if you didn't know this, but at least for one more year, Virgin are doing the same thing again as well. You will get their deep blue extras. I've not cruised MSC. I've talked to a lot of people that have, and it seems to me, let me give you my honest opinion of people I know that have cruised on other cruise lines, because I'm about to do my 64th Carnival cruise. I've done one Virgin cruise, and that's it. So I can't really speak to the other cruise lines. I can only say what other people have said. So this year, I am cruising on Royal, on the Icon of the Seas. And let me tell you, it's bloody expensive, as we say in England. When we booked it, when they first came out, we got a guaranteed interior, and that was $2,500 for a 7-day cruise to St. Martin, St. Thomas, and Coco Bay, their private island. I thought that was ridiculously expensive. I just booked somebody on a Horizon 8-day cruise, ABC, the big group one I've got going, which we now have 51 cabins booked on if you want to join us. Boom. 52 actually, I lied. 52 cabins now booked. Email me if you want to join us on our big ABC in November of 2025. It's going to be massive. I have so much planned. We've got well over 100 people going to be on that cruise in my group. So it's going to be the suit guys, me and Jim. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I digress. So I'm doing a Celebrity in March this year. I'm doing a Royal in August. And then next year, I am doing my first NCL cruise, repeating one, trying to go to Greenland again. We're going to Iceland and Greenland. It starts in Reykjavik. I've got another Virgin cruise in February this year. So we're trying to get around all the different cruise lines to get there. But waffle. My point is, obviously I'm a bit of a loyal Carnival person, right? Maybe a little bit biased, I don't know. But I hear, and I've yet to find this out, so give me your opinions in the comments, what you think. NCL nickel and dime you a lot is what I'm told. So do MSC. I was told from the moment you get on the board, they're just hassling you to upgrade everything. Also, if you do a European cruise with them, it's considered a European cruise and English may not be the first language on the cruise. You're going to go through announcements in loads of different languages, which for me would get really quite annoying after a while. Royal, like I was saying earlier, $2,500 for a guaranteed interior. That same cruise, this is in August of this year, a guaranteed interior is now $6,000 for a 7-day cruise. They have a cabin on there called the Townhouse, which is like the ultimate cabin. It's like the equivalent of their presidential suite on the Carnival, I guess, on the new XL class ships, but bigger. I heard it's got 2 levels and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, 7-day cruise, and this is on a wait list, so you're not even guaranteed getting it. $125,000 for a 1-week, 7-day cruise. Very expensive, and you get nothing for that. Celebrity is supposed to be the high end of that cruise line, and Celebrity is, if you work it all out with all the drink packages they give you, and it's cheaper than Royal, in my experience so far. So I've had people that love MSC and hate MSC. I've had people that love all the, well, you could say it for all the cruise lines, like people love and hate them all. I love Carnival. I also love Virgin. I really do. And I think if you haven't tried Virgin of all the other cruise lines, even though it's the only one I've tried, I have not had anybody say anything negative about Virgin that's been on it other than myself. They seem like they might be a bit more expensive, but when you work out what you get for the money, I think they're very good and very, very fair. They do some really good deals and offers. The drinks on board aren't overly expensive. There's no kids. There's no dining room. There's just main restaurants. If I had one negative thing people have said, it's with Virgin that you have to book the restaurants like 90 days or 45 days out from the cruise, I think it is. And if you don't get in and make your reservations quickly, it's going to be tough getting seats in the restaurants. So that's one thing. But yeah. Boy, have I waffled on that lot. And that was 2 tips from Stephen. And I think I talked for like, it seems like ever around them. Probably nobody's even watching this right now because they're bored of me talking. To the point, I'm just going to say Walter and Yolanda's 4 for next week. So we'll do a 4 for them next week. And I will add one of my own. Let me look it up on my phone here. What did I write down? I wrote down 2 new ones. I'm going to have a lot more next week because I'm taking a group of 30 people, 30 plus people coming with me on the celebration next week. And I am going to be bugging them for tips. Bugging them. I'm going to get more. We're trying to get to 100 episodes. It's not easy. Send me your tips. Anyway, so I wrote down, check port schedule to see how busy port will be. If you are interested, this would be, I mean, it's not an essential thing to do, but I think it's kind of fun to know what other ships will be in port when you are there. You can just do a Google search. I did one earlier today for Cozumel Cruise Port because I just wanted to see if I, by chance, when I was in another ship I've got people on, I know people are on, would be in so I could say hello. But you can just Google it and it will show you any cruise port around the world, what cruise ships are in on any given day, what time they're in, even what port they'll be coming into if you so desire. So like if you go into Cozumel, you never know whether there's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever ships. Check that cruise port schedule and you can see. Useful little tool, might be helpful, probably not, but it might be, if nothing else, interesting. Like another example of that would be if you are going into Grand Turk. Now I know it's only Carnival ships that go there, but it's often nice if you're planning on going ashore to either Margaritaville or Jack Shack or somewhere like that. And don't forget you've got Governor Beach just a little bit beyond there, which is not anywhere near as crowded as the previous mentioned places I said. Check my YouTube video, it's all on there, on Grand Turk. But if your ship is coming in at say 12, because a lot of times they'll come in a bit later in the morning and it's there till 6, but there's another ship that came in at 8. That ship's going to have taken all the good spots. So that's an example of when it might be useful to know. So just throwing that one out there. And then I have one more, a warning. This must have happened on my last one. Yeah, your time dining. If you use your time dining, which most people seem to these days, very few, I think they're soon enough going to really lower numbers. I think your time dining, if you look on bookings now, early dining always sells out first, then your time dining, and very often there's only late dining left come the end of it. I think your time dining is going to catch up with early dining soon, and that will be the number one choice because it just gives you so much flexibility. If you come back late from a shore day and you want to take a nap, if your name's Julie, because that's all she does every day is take a nap, that's my Red Frog time. Yeah, so if you want that flexibility, you want your time dining. Now, here's the thing with your time dining. On your hub, you can check in for dinner at any point you want. But don't make the mistake of going to Alchemy and getting a drink or something and sitting there. Oh, I'm going to go to dinner in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, when you look at the your time dining, there might be a wait. So especially on like formal night, for example. So if you're planning on eating at 7, I would check at 6 just to see what the wait is. If it's a 40-minute wait, which it can be, especially on formal night, check in early to give yourself that extra buffer of time. Buffer. I can't do the TH and the Fs. We've discussed this before. Buffer, whatever. Yes, so your time dining, it's just a little tip that if you are planning on eating at a certain time, don't wait till that time to check in. Check in on how long the wait is as you go. So, you know, it might be a 10-minute wait, in which case you don't want to check in at 6 o'clock if you wanted to eat at 7. But we love your time dining because, like, for example, there's a comedy show. I want to make sure I go early. If there's no comedy show, I might eat a bit later or something, whatever in the evening. So anyway, boy, did I waffle on that one. If anybody's still watching, kudos to you, because that must be, or maybe one of the most self-indulgent cruise tip episodes I've ever done. And it's supposed to be Stephen and Nicole's day, not mine. Made it all about me, didn't I? Oh, well, what you gonna do? I know, you're gonna subscribe to my little channel. Hit that little bell and you'll get notifications when these videos come out. Almost more importantly, if there could be a more important thing on the face of this planet than subscribing to my channel, send me your tips. I need them. I'm trying to get to 100 episodes here. This is going to be around about 91 or 92, I think. We're getting there. We're getting very close. But I'm running out. I can't do it all. I need your help to get me through to 100. Then we may do it once a month because I like keep doing this every week. But we'll see. It's all up to you how long we do this for. So send me your tips. Email me. My email is coming up at the end of this little video. You can Facebook message me, but as I always say, and I said at the beginning of this video, I do not read them in advance. I read and react as I go, and in Stephen's case, I waffle on and on and on. If you have any questions, my email also is coming up at the end of this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to get the answer. If I don't know the answer, I probably know people that do. So I get it that way, because I am a cruising geek. Geek, I said, geek. With that, next week, Walter and Yolanda. For now, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.